Well, good morning, good afternoon to everybody, depending on where you're at in the country or elsewhere. My name is Chris Herring. I'm the Director of Client Relations, and today with me I have the Client Relations team. This is a new department we formed in May of 2024 to improve our client experience. Hopefully, most of you have already met your property manager. I realize that some may not have, and we'll deal with that here in a moment. But first, I want to introduce the team. We have Sarah Hunt. She's our property management coordinator. Glenna Winters, Tasha Mead, and Cynthia Russell. They are our property managers. Cynthia is probably familiar to a lot of you in another role within our company. She is transitioning as a property manager as we speak, and some of you will get the opportunity here shortly to work with her with your portfolios. You'll find that out here in the next coming weeks once we finish her training. Also with us, we have Brooke Robinson. She is our digital marketing specialist. She's in the background running the tech on this. Full disclosure, this is our first time doing a webinar. It's the first time doing it with this software. So hopefully we've got this going smoothly. We did kind of a dry run with it yesterday, but if we get surprised, please understand it is our first time doing this. Today's webinar is going to be a general overview of the new Rentvine Owner Portal. I realize you're probably wondering, why did we move it to Rentvine? What's the purpose of this? Well, this replaces Propertyware. It is essentially our data repository, I guess is the best way to describe what that software does for us. A lot of our internal processes are connected to it. And we came to realize this past year that it was time for us to move on to improve the client experience with some new software. Rentvine has really become becoming the industry standard, if you will. It gives us a lot more functionality in how we can connect other pieces of software that we use in our day-to-day business. But it does obviously come with some trade-offs. The owner portal looks different than what you may have experienced with Propertyware. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with an overview video today. This will walk you through the general pieces of the portal. You will also find there is a Q&A section. I guess it's a pop-up. I don't see it on my screen, but I would imagine you guys do. If you don't, we'll point you to it. That's where we would like you to put questions as you have them. What we'll do is we'll start off with that overview video. It'll last about 8 minutes. So as we're going through there, if there are questions that you have, general questions about the owner portal, that's where to put those in. Now, if you have a specific question about your portfolio or your property, we ask that rather than put those questions in the Q&A, that you reach out to your property manager afterwards, after the webinar, and ask those specific questions, as we won't be able to cover those today in this session. If you're not aware of who your property manager are, there are two ways you can find them. Either through your owner portal, you can go into the property level, and at the property level, there is a field that will tell you who your property manager is for that given property, which actually will be whoever that one person is for one property will be your property manager for all of your properties, or should be. If you're not sure where to find that information, the other way that you can reach out to us is through owner@threaltyinc.com. That is a group email box. Everybody in this team today, except for Brooke, has access to that group email box, and we are monitoring it throughout the day. All right, so with all of that, let's go ahead and get started. We are going to do this quick video here. It takes about 8 minutes to walk you through the portal, and then we'll come back and do the Q&A piece. Dashboard is your central hub for everything related to your properties. It provides a high-level overview of your portfolio. Let's break it down into 5 main modules. The Payments module. This module provides a summary of recent distributions and contributions. You'll also see 2 key action buttons, Manage Payments and Make Contribution. These buttons take you to the Payments section of the portal where you can manage your payments or make a contribution. Bills module. This module displays the total number of unpaid bills and the outstanding amount. While it provides a quick snapshot, individual bills can be accessed elsewhere in the portal under the Bills section. Work Orders module. Here you can find a quick summary of your maintenance requests. It displays the number of pending, open, and recently closed work orders, giving you an at-a-glance status of maintenance activities. Full details of work orders can be found in the Work Orders section of the portal. Required Reserves module. This section outlines the reserve amounts required for your portfolio. The additional reserve amount is generally the maintenance reserve budget as outlined in the PMA. Our accounting system will notify you when the balance of your portfolio falls below the minimum. The work order estimate amount is the total of all approved estimates. Our system will automatically hold funds for this amount plus the additional reserve amount and all unpaid bills. Button in the right corner of the module will take you to the Ledger section of the portal. Notes module. At the bottom, you'll find a space for personal notes. This can be used to jot down reminders or property-related details for easy reference. Be aware, these notes are simply for your reference and not a communication channel. However, some members of our team can access your portal, so don't share any sensitive information in this section. By understanding these sections, you can quickly assess your portfolio's financial and maintenance status. Now let's take a closer look at how the left menu helps you drill down further into specific areas. Let's take a look at the ledger. To get started, navigate to the menu on the left side of the portal and select Ledger. This is where you'll find a detailed breakdown of all financial activity related to your properties. The ledger is a great way to see recent transactions for your portfolio. Let's take a look at the key components of the ledger. Each transaction includes date posted, which is when the transaction was recorded, property, which is the associated property, description, details about the transaction, such as rent received, management fees, or maintenance costs. Amount. This is the transaction's amount. Balance. This is a running total of each transaction. To find specific transactions, use the filtering options. You can filter by date, property, or unit. If you notice missing transactions or incorrect balances, double-check your filters and date ranges. If you still need assistance, contact your property manager for support. Properties. To get started, navigate to the main menu and select Properties. Here, you'll see a list of your rental properties with key details at a glance. At the top of the page, you'll find menu items including Details, Marketing, Work Orders, Bills, Files, and Ledger. These tabs allow you to quickly access specific sections of your property information. Let's explore each of these menu items in detail. The Details tab provides essential property information, including the property's address, type, and legal description. You'll also find rental details such as square footage, bedroom and bathroom count, market rent amount, as well as lease dates and the security deposit held. Additionally, there is a notes section where owners can add personal reminders of information about the property. The Marketing tab displays how your property is presented to potential tenants. This includes the listing status, description, rental terms, and any additional marketing details such as virtual tours, photos, and amenities. The next few menu options also appear in the left menu of the portal. The left menu will display results at the portfolio level, while the menu here in the property section will display results for the individual property. The Work Orders tab allows you to track maintenance and repair requests for your property. Here you can view open, pending, and completed work orders, along with details about vendor assignments, estimated costs, and expected completion dates. Clicking on a work order number will bring up more details about the work order, including invoices and estimates. The Bills tab provides an overview of financial transactions related to property expenses. This includes invoices from vendors, maintenance costs, and any other property-related charges. You can view details such as due dates, payment status, and amounts to ensure accurate financial tracking. Clicking on a bill will display more information about the bill. The Files tab contains important information associated with your property, such as lease agreements, inspection reports, and owner statements. This serves as a centralized location where you can quickly access and download relevant files as needed. This is also where you'll find documents and work orders that were previously in Propertyware. The Ledger tab provides a detailed financial record of income and expenses for your property. Here you can track rent payments, management fees, maintenance expenses, and any other financial transactions associated with your investment. Use this section to monitor your cash flow and ensure transactions are accounted for. Clicking on the Date Posted button gives you the ability to adjust the date range displayed in the ledger. If you don't see a property listed, check with your property manager to ensure it is correctly linked to your account. You can also verify your lease details in the rental section. For any questions about maintenance requests, check the work order status or contact your property manager for updates. The next section we'll look at is the rent roll. To review your rent roll, navigate to your main menu and select Rent Roll. This section provides a comprehensive overview of all your active leases and rental income in one place. The rent roll displays key financial details, including lease info, which is the start and end dates of the lease agreement, the current rent, which is the amount due each month for the unit, deposit held, which is the security deposit amount for the lease, and balance due, which is any outstanding rent or fees owed by the tenant. This is a great way to see if your resident has paid rent. A zero balance in the balance column indicates that the resident is current on their rent. Clicking on the unit address will take you to the property page. Moving on to the Statements section. To view the Statements section, navigate to the main menu and select Statements. Your statement provides a detailed breakdown of your property's financial activity, including income and expenses. Here you'll find all statements from 12/14 of 24 and onward, the date that we transitioned over to Rentvine. On the right-hand side is a link to download your statements. You can also filter statements by clicking on the green Actions button in the upper right-hand corner. Older statements can be found in the File sections of the Owner Portal. The Files section is where you'll find files for your portfolio. This is where you'll find old PropertyWare statements. Property-specific files, like PropertyWare work orders and evaluations, can be found in the Property section of the portfolio. The Bills section displays all bills for your portfolio. If you have multiple properties, you'll find bills for all of your properties here. If you're looking for bills for a specific property, it's best to go to the Property section, select the property, and then click on the Bills menu. Like the Files and Bills section of the menu, the Work Orders section displayed all work orders for your portfolio. However, you will not find any PropertyWare work orders here. These are simply work orders created in Rentvine on or after December 14th of 2024. Like the work orders shown in the Property section, clicking on a work order number will bring up more details about the work order, including bills and files related to that work order. All right, so there you have it. That is our overview of the owner portal. And at this point, if you have any questions, please go ahead and enter those into the Q&A box. If you don't know where the Q&A box is, you should see a pop-up menu. I believe it's at the bottom of your screens. And one of those options, as you get down towards the bottom with your cursor, it should pop up a Q&A box or give you an option to open up the Q&A box. So at this point, we'll give it a minute or two, see if anybody has any questions, and then we'll address those as we see them. While we're waiting for that, there's one thing I did want to point out. In the owner portal, there is on the left-hand side, there is a section that says chat. Unfortunately, we don't actually use that chat function. It's not something we can turn off in Rentvine. We do monitor it in case somebody does use it. There are a few clients that are using it right now, but it is actually one of the slower ways to get a hold of us. The best way, the fastest way generally is to reach out to your property manager directly or to use the owner at threaltyinc.com, or those two of the best ways. Or if somebody has reached out to you previously and you're responding, say maybe you've got something from maintenance, continue working with maintenance, or Kelsey Bolden, the director of leasing, if that's who's reached out to you as well. It looks like we have a question here on the 1099. Depends on, there's a couple of situations when it comes to the 1099. I can take this, I can answer this one. If you have more than one person, say a business partner, spouse, whatever, who are working that or have that portfolio alongside of you, so more than one person has an account for that portfolio, only one person will see the 1099, and that will be the person that we have set as the, I guess you'd call it the majority owner. It's not really a majority owner, but we have to assign one person within that portfolio for that. So if you have a business partner, check with them, see if if they've received the 1099. If you're the only person in the portfolio and there is nobody else, then reach out to us and we will let you know how to make sure that that 1099 exists for you. It should. Otherwise, we will help you find that. So, Michael, I see your question there. If that doesn't answer it, just let us know and we'll help you find that. Good question. So the next question is, do we have a map of Indianapolis where TNH does not serve? This will help investors with areas not to purchase. The answer is yes. I don't exactly know. I can't bring up that link right away, but we do have part of on our website. We have a list of areas that we manage. Cynthia, you want to go ahead and answer this? Cynthia, you're muted.
Okay. Yes, we do have a map that we can share with the clients to just, let them know the areas that we don't um serve, but and then we have that map that shows like the areas that we do cover as far as all the territories. So yeah, we can share that.
Yeah. So Justin, we will have your property manager reach out to you with that information. All right. Next question. Pat has a question about how to change from under their personal name to an LLC. Sarah, do you want to answer that one?
We can do that for you once you've created the LLC and you've gone through the Secretary of State and gotten all the proper paperwork. Then you just need to let us know. We'll send you a new owner profile sheet so that you can update your contact information, the LLC name, and complete a new W-9 with that tax ID.
All right. Well, that is all the questions we have so far. If I'll leave it open for another minute or so, see if anybody else has any questions. I feel like I should be playing the Jeopardy theme song or something for a moment.
I will say, if you do not see a work order, but you see a bill for it, please reach out to your property manager because more than likely it just needs to be published. We're going through those each day, making sure that they are being published. But previously, from December to January, if you don't see something, just let us know.
Yeah, to follow up on that, the transition into Rentvine, as you can imagine, we've got 15 years worth of data that had to move over from one system to the next, and it is a very complicated process to say the least. And so as we get into the new system, sometimes we find something didn't work the way we expected it to, but that is something we are working towards. All right, Justin, he's asking how far north or south of Indiana does CNH serve? We serve, so Indianapolis itself is Marion County. That is the main county of Indianapolis. We also serve all of the surrounding counties. So that will take you as far as, um, let me get my orientation here. Northwest, that's going to take you up into Lebanon, a little bit beyond Lebanon, down to the southwest. It's going to take you down to Martinsville and then maybe some areas beyond there. Move over to the southeast. We're looking as far as Shelbyville and into that. So that's part of that county. And then all the way up to the north, we start working past Greenfield, up into Muncie, which is Delaware County. That's also where Ball State is. We move into Anderson, which is part of Madison County. And then the newest county that we entered into is Howard County, which is Kokomo. So we have about, I think it's, if I did the math, I think it's something like 10 counties. It's a pretty good area. Generally speaking, it's in central Indiana, the center part of Indiana. That is probably where we manage. And there is a map there as well that we'll share with you, Justin, to point out where we're at.
Justin, I'll email that over to you in just a second.
I've also just sent you the link, Justin, of our website where you can go and see all the areas that we manage, including the map as well.
All right, Michael has another question about how to find work orders prior to December 14th. Which member of the team was handling work order questions?
That would be me.
There you go.
So you are going to go to the main menu, and then you're going to go to work orders, and the work order, prior to December 14th, I do apologize. You're going to go to properties and then files for property where work orders. I can share a screen. Well, Chris, could you back up that video just a little bit?
What I can do is I can share. Let me do this and find my. Get back into here. All right, let me.
Where in the files tab, you're going to see statements, and either below that or above that is where you're going to see work orders. And that work order file is going to be your property where folder for property where work orders. So let me see if I can draw on this real quick.
Let me you can do this. Let me take you over to property where properties come into here. And there are some old work orders on this portfolio. So this is the way that I found this. I go to the properties tab, select the property that I'm looking for, and then click on the files section. And those old work orders are actually going to be right here.
Yep, there you go. Thank you, Chris.
Yep. All right. Any other questions? Looks like we've cleared the queue on the questions at this point. So I'll give you a few more moments here to put any last questions in. Otherwise, we'll wrap this up.
And the video is going to be shared with all of our clients, just in case they weren't able to make it, or if you want to reference back to this video.
And our intent down the road is to chop up this video that I presented into small Q&A so that it will, hopefully, if we do this right, you'll be able to quickly find your answers to what you're looking for just by going to the owner resource page and see maybe a 2-minute video on how to do whatever that step is. Justin, your next question, you ask if you see that TNH serves most residential properties, do we serve multifamily apartments? The answer is yes to a point. We will do any property that does not require on-site management. So there are some people will have 8 units or maybe 30 units or something like that. We're happy to work with you and get that under management if you have that or if you're looking for that. Also, as a quick call out, if you're not aware of it, we do have a brokerage. If you're not working with a broker already or realtor already, we do have a brokerage team that specializes in finding investment properties in the Indianapolis market. It's a wonderful team. I am not just an employee of TNH. I'm actually also a client. I have bought 2 properties through our brokerage, and it's been a great experience. It's not just because I work for them. Rosie and her team over there are absolutely fantastic. So if you're looking to grow your portfolio or even sell something or change out something in a 1031 exchange, don't hesitate to reach out to us. All right. Any last questions? Doesn't look like it. Looks like that is it. Well, at this point, if you would love to, if you'd like to continue your conversation about TNH, the things that we offer, the owner portal, whatever, please reach out to your property manager, or again, use the owner@threaltyinc.com, and we will connect you to the person that you need to talk to and help you continue on your investment journey. Thank you so much for taking the time to spend today with us and learn a little bit more about the owner portal. We hope to do some more webinars in the future. And in the meantime, we're here to help. Thank you so much.